What's up, internet, and welcome back to 8up Gaming. Today I am playing the Stanley Parable, and if you can tell on the computer monitor, it actually has my entire screen. Supposed to be like the narrator tell you what to do. You either go against it or listen to him or whatever. So we're gonna try it out, see how this goes. End is never. Wait, the end is never. The end is never. The end is loading. So it's supposed to be really. We'll see. I'm not for sure how this is going to go, honestly. I've seen almost everyone play it. It's a little order game, but I want to try it for myself.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk,
I can do that.
him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley managed every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Simply boring.
And Stanley was happy.
Interesting.
And then one day, something very peculiar.
Very interesting.
Something that would forever change Stanley.
What's that?
Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions.
Whoa. Careful.
Call a meeting.
Careful.
Even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very
strange.
Shocked, frozen
Very
solid,
peculiar.
Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time.
Look at that
But as he
shitty
came
desk.
to his wits and regained his senses,
How can you...
he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, so the gist of this game is pretty much the narrator is going to narrate your entire job, tell you Stanley chose the right door. Well, you have 4 different options, or 3 options, or 2 options, or whatever the cases may be. You can pick a certain door. You can abide by his rules or make your own damn rules. So we're gonna give up my rules. Screw him. Okay, so and of course you're Stanley. If you figure it out.
Workers were gone.
429, 430.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't want to go there though. Or what do I want to? I don't. So this game is literally all how you want to play it. There's no wrong or right reason. I think there's multiple endings. I don't recall. I don't remember. Hell, it's been a while since I've actually seen this played, so that way I can play for my own. Is that a meeting room? I don't know.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Excellent. Let's see, he still goes to the door on the left. We're going to ignore him and go to the door on the right. And now the door's shut.
Perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Why do I admire the break room for? I don't know. What's the break room? Every door's locked. For a place I work at, every door there's a lot of locked doors. Ooh.
It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Drink it all in. I don't have a drink.
Yes, really.
I do, but
really
we'll get that later.
In the room. A room so utterly captivating.
Yes, it is.
Even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Yeah. That's a nice, that's a very class A, very classy chair, black cloth, probably very comfy.
And reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Hey. No.
But at last,
what? He's just jealous. Let's go. Let's go on.
The first open door on his left to get back to business.
Are you sure about that? We're going
Stanley
straight.
was so bad
We're not listening to you.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not. Do not lie. If you're lying right now, stop. I will never lie. Technically, I'm standing. Okay, so... What was that? Okay, what door open? Okay, let's go over
Stanley, I
here.
think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Are you sure about this?
Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for
Why?
her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who's her? I think he's pranking us. Well, I'd say pretty much it's a game about him narrating your entire time playing this game. And it's, if you like game, this is actually pretty fun now. I am actually having a little fun with this. Actually, I'm saying a lot. Actually having fun with this game. It's pretty fun. It's, do we have to go in the dark door? Do we? Okay, let's go in there.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Nope. Is there a entrance scene somewhere close by we can let pick up? Door's locked. We don't have a choice in the matter. Pick. Okay. What's going on here?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. Oh, okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
See, do we have to go inside? Because I don't think I really want to. Wow, that's
this
a really,
is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Creepy. No, I don't. No. Nope. Try to hit every other key but the F key.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Wow.
Look at him.
Please press V. I don't
exactly what he's told to do.
Oh hell no!
Pushing a button. Now
he's gonna recreate the entire desk from our office.
He's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands.
I did?
It was wonderful.
I think I did that.
Each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Okay. Press 6 to watch TV.
So he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Are you sure about this? So if you can't really tell, it's recreating your entire workspace in your home.
He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Which we're playing now. We're getting out here, narrator. What am I doing here?
Wonderful fantasy.
Tell me.
And so in his head, he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
You're making me play again, aren't you? To tell your wife you love her.
In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has.
No!
Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more
we don't want this.
Gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to think
they're all one.
Be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself.
He's a dick.
He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time a screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see?
Say we're gonna do it. Okay.
How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
I don't know.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley.
Who does?
We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll
Don't tell me we're back at the office.
Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I
He said don't press the button, and I did, and I killed myself. Let's give it another go here, then I'm in the episode. Listen,
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, so pretty much the gist of the game, obviously, is to either listen to him or not listen to him. I'm not sure if there's an end game or not. I know there kind of is, but I'm not sure what it is. So, but this is a very interesting game. This is gonna be pretty much me playing from start to finish, without editing this out, so and everybody talks, you hear what's going on, all that fun stuff. So, hopefully, if you want to see me play more of this. This time I'm going left, but if you want to see me play more of this, like in this, series per se, or just whenever, so I probably will play more of this. But if you want to see more of it, like in the long haul or sooner or how often, let me know down below. Because this is so far rather interesting.
There was not a single person here.
Very interesting so far.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office,
Wednesday,
hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay, let's see how. Let's go to the next slide first, because I don't want to. Okay, no shadow. Come on, really. Using slides to assure employees that everything's okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header, and throw in some whatever. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Oh, thank you. I am special. I know this. What's the next slide request? Number of slides on this slide. Charts, charter slides, and slides. Well, that's very informative slide. Right at which charts on the same slide. Okay, you get the point. They're just making fun of themselves. Okay, let's go. Ooh, I forgot to go in here though. Can't you?
Closet, but there was nothing
yes, you can.
Here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No. Yeah, for once we will almost do it for this time. There's so many options to this game, it's ridiculous. Nope. I bet we're going downstairs. We're not going to the boss's office. What's back here? Nothing. Okay, so we're going here.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Door
he
shut,
considered
of course.
the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy,
very true.
Why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, maybe I am crazy.
What's that?
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
What the fuck?
And as Stanley
We're going in circles.
he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet?
Yeah, we're going in circles.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer.
Ring around the rosy.
His co-workers were actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon.
I'm
to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Yeah, who wants that?
So, he imagined himself flying.
Very true.
And began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun.
That is cool.
And Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if the voice spoke to all people in their dreams,
himself and I.
Was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
I'm just being Fred Helms.
Certain beyond a doubt that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself.
I know, right?
Too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control. That this was a dream.
How?
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
Man, I'm going to sleep.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
Very true.
Let me go back to my job.
Wake me up, please.
Let me continue pushing the buttons.
Wake me up.
Please.
No.
It's all I want.
No.
I want my
don't want to. No.
And my wife.
No,
and my
it's
job.
not.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's
You want that,
been.
yes.
My life is normal. I am
No.
normal.
Not exactly.
Everything will be fine.
You're not normal.
I am okay.
No. I don't think so. I went for like a big jump scare right there, but I know it's not going to happen.
Stanley began screaming.
You
Please,
lied.
Someone
You
wake me up.
liar.
My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my
turning
voice?
red.
Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
What?
This is the story.
I'm so in for like a jump scare. I don't know.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
What?
She arose,
Went from Stanley to
dressed,
Barry
gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body
That's
of
Stanley.
a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to
Stanley.
himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn
Stanley.
to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what is
No one's entirely
It
normal.
was comforting
Nobody.
to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her
Are you serious?
career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at
What?
the body. And then she turned and ran.
And didn't call for help? What is wrong with you? Wow, that is... It's going to be a little bit longer video. Sorry about that. I didn't know how long it was going to be. Well, obviously we're back at the office, so pretty much the gist of it is, the more you play, the farther you get in the game. It's going to be an interesting game to play. I ain't going to do more of this. I'm going to scatter it out. So, but if you want to see longer episodes, shorter episodes, let me know in the comments below. So, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you've done so already. Yes, I do have Geometry Dash coming up down the road. So if you have any levels to send to me or any suggestions for levels, let me know also. But thanks for watching. See you at the same bat time, same bat channel, and peace.